Now, you mentioned you do benefits lawsuit. What kind of benefits are those lawsuits for?
So, I have a personal liking to those edges of the law that still haven't been fully developed.
Mhm.
But in terms of benefits, what we're talking about is USCIS litigation.
Oh, I see.
So whether it's
Definitely.
U
So
visa
straight.
delays, BFD delays, 601A delays, mandamus cases, wrongful denials, I-130 denials, 751 denials, things like that, that require federal court intervention to set the case back on track.
Now, how are you? Are you getting a lot of the I-601 delay lawsuits? That's going out of control, like 2 or 3 years for those.
Yeah, I'm about ready to file a multi-plaintiff litigation on that.
Oh, wow.
We're just about ready to do that. And I think we're going to have anywhere between 15 and 20 plaintiffs.
Oh, wow. That's good to know. When I have people send them to you so you can accumulate these kind of larger lawsuits is really helpful. How did you learn how to do lawsuits?
I taught myself a lot. I have a background in trial work. And so part of it is I started out as a criminal prosecutor.
Mhm.
And so once you're not afraid of the courtroom anymore, it opens up a lot of options that you don't normally go down, right? So I was like, okay, I wasn't afraid of that. I was on the CJA panel for a while, so I wasn't afraid of federal court. And then it was a question, I started small with petitions for review that were from the board to the Court of Appeals. And then I started small doing mandamus work years ago. NATS delays used to be a whole thing, right? And so that's kind of where I cut my teeth and learned how to do mandamus work and then APA work. And so you kind of build from there and you learn from great mentors. I can't say I did it myself. I said, I went out and talked to people who did the work and then learned from them. AILA has a lot of resources. National Immigration Project has a lot of resources. Like there's a lot of resources, but I'm old school. And I still say that conversation with another attorney who's done the work before, that alignment is worth its weight in gold.
For sure, yeah.
So I would get on the phone with people and say, okay, I'm getting ready to do this. And back in the day, AIC used to do a lot of litigation and a lot of teaching of litigation. So, I learned from some of the best and you just kind of take it one step at a time. You don't bite off too much. Like I wouldn't have done a 15, 20 person lawsuit right out of the bat. I started small and then you go from there.
Just the behind the scenes of gathering the information, maintaining contracts, and just like the back house work of just handling that much clients is like a whole thing.
It is, but you put systems in place,
Yeah.
right? Just like everything else, you have systems. And once you put the systems in place, then it becomes easier. So that's what I'm saying. Like I've never done a class action. I'm probably not set up to do a class action. And so there were opportunities that came that said, do you want to do this as a class? And I said, probably not, because I just don't have the system in place. So some of litigation is about knowing what you can handle and what you can't handle. And sometimes that self-edit is worth it. Again, it's worth kind of having that filter to be able to say, yeah, class actions, love to do it. Wish I could do it. A little too big of a chunk of the pie.